The GAGS from the Kindpen. The Kindpen sent me the GAGS for review, and that is what it's called, the GAGS. I don't think it's GAGS. I think it's called GAG because it makes you cough, when you're hitting some herb. So this desktop e-rig is designed for wax and oil 510 cartridges and also standard e-rig dab coils. It pulls the vapor for you, and it collects it in this large glass dome for huge hits. So let's talk about it. All right, the GAGS base. So it's a solid base with some good weight to it. It's not too heavy, but it feels really solid and not likely to tip on the table. There are also 4 small rubber nubs on the bottom to prevent it from slipping. At the back of the device is the USB-C charging port. The base has a nice brushed metal finish. At the top is a touch-sensitive button and the chamber section, which is surrounded by a bright LED light ring. Directly in the middle of that is the 510 connection. And that 510 connection also unscrews from the base, so you can take that out and clean it if you want. The GAGS has a touch-sensitive button, so it doesn't have a tactile feel to it when you press it in. There's no click or anything. I like a tactile feel, so I don't like the button. I've also found that it's really easy to accidentally activate that button just from handling the base. It's not a huge deal, but I would have liked a button that moves and clicks when it's pressed. Alright, the GAGS cup. So the glass cup works as a dome that catches the vapor. It's a large dome, so you can really fill this thing up and get some huge hits. The glass seems high quality too. It is glass, so it's definitely breakable, but it's not so thin that I'm afraid to handle it. The bottom of the glass cup is plugged with a large silicone airflow valve, and that lets the cup capture vapor and allow you to remove it from the base and pass it around. The valve also has a removable cover, and that directs the vapor down into the bottom of the cup instead of straight up to the top. All of the silicone pieces feel heavy duty, like kitchenware silicone, so you don't have to worry about it melting with high heat. The GAGS is super easy to use. You install a 510 cart, or one of the included coils. The LED ring on the device will flash to let you know that the coil or cart is installed correctly. If you're using a coil, the Kindpen recommends adding concentrate equal to the size of a half a grain of rice. Then insert the glass dome onto the base. You press the button 5 times fast to turn the GAGS on and off. While the device is on, anytime you press the button, the device fans turn on, so you know that it's working. There are 4 power settings indicated by the colors of the LED light ring. You change the power by tapping the power button 3 times fast. Yellow is 2.5 volts, blue is 3 volts, green is 3.5 volts, and red is 4 volts. And there are 2 modes, regular mode and session mode. In regular mode, you hold the button down to activate the device, and it turns off when you release the button. If you tap the power button twice, it turns on session mode, which keeps the fan going for a full 2 minutes without you having to hold the button. And you can press the power button anytime to shut it off. In either mode, the fan turns on and pulls vapor into the cup. And you can fill it up as much as you want before taking a hit. The GAGS is somewhat portable, but it's a little on the large side. It's not really designed for portability, but if you keep the box that it comes in, that'll keep it safe if you take it somewhere. And if you do choose to carry it around without a case and you break the glass or something else, the Kindpen does have a lifetime warranty. They even say on their website that they'll replace it even if you run it over with a car. The battery is a 1600 milliamp hour battery. It's not a huge battery, but plenty for several full sessions. The kit comes with 2 different coils if you want to use those instead of a 510 cart. The triple quartz rod atomizer has 3 quartz rods, and that's designed for quicker heating than the ceramic disc coil. And I've read that this atomizer also works with dry herb, so that might be an option. It wasn't designed for dry herb though, so what might be happening is it's not actually heating the herb to vape, but might actually be burning it. So I would be careful if you're planning to use dry herb in this. The ceramic disc atomizer doesn't heat as quickly or as hot as the triple quartz rod coil, but it heats evenly, and it's designed for better flavor. So you have your 2 options there. I think both coils are great, but I prefer the ceramic coil for the flavor and just because it's easy to clean, since you can just wipe it out with a Q-tip or something. So the Kindpen recommends cleaning everything with alcohol wipes and alcohol-soaked cotton swabs. You can clean the glass, the airflow silicone parts, and the 510 connection with 91% alcohol. You can also buy an extra bubbler accessory for this. They didn't send that to me, but I have read some really good reviews about it and how it seriously upgrades the vape. So if you like a smoother vape, the bubbler seems like a pretty good add-on. One of the best things about the GAGS is that it's as powerful as a desktop vaporizer, but you don't have to deal with bags or balloons that are often a part of using desktop vapes. And this is battery operated, so it's cordless and it's easy to pass around. I've heard that the fan might operate too fast and clog some carts, so that's something to keep in mind, but I haven't had any issues with my cartridges. I love this thing. It's probably one of the best dab vapes that I've ever used, and if you're looking for something to pass around with a group of friends, this would be a huge hit. The GAGS was sent to me for a review. Thanks for checking out this review, and I'll catch you in the next one.